Dear listener, ClockTower is intended for mature audiences and might be inappropriate or possibly triggering to some. Many of the themes and events in ClockTower are inspired by weird fiction as well as similar concepts, which means the show can get dark. If that isn't something you enjoy, please listen at your own discretion. We here at the ClockTower care about you, so please put your mental health first. Our show will be here when you're ready.
Welcome to Season 2 of ClockTower, a D&D 5e experience. To all our old and new listeners, we're excited to have you here with us. ClockTower is a D&D campaign turned audio drama, played with a custom class and a few house rules that we as a group collectively enjoy. If you find yourself getting a little lost, there's always older episodes to guide you back to the path. With all that said, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and welcome to the ClockTower. As Jaeger sees a dinner table disappear into the sand that looks like it falls between the hourglass and the entire world washing away behind him, he finds himself on the couch. And as he comes to consciousness, he looks around and is hit by an immediate and massive wave of relief, seeing both Sam and Barrett back on the couch with them where they're supposed to be. As Trinket, you too see that everyone's back. Whatever happened, whatever the two of them did, and from their perspective, whatever the two of you did, however under the wire it was, it worked. And everything's back to normal.
Well, any casualties on your guys' end?
Oh, thank the tower, you guys are alive. Oh, okay.
Did like Jasper or
No,
Anna not make it?
No, we came back here once and you weren't here. And Jaeger's going to get up and start like doing a pacing motion around the hourglass. Just does a few little hops and jumps and punches the air a couple times. And
Jaeger's trying to get out. I feel like the anxiety of Sam being gone again.
Yes.
Like you were keeping at bay. You were just not letting any of it affect you. And now that it's over and it's fine, you're now feeling it all crash down on you. You're just like, whoa, work it out around the fire. You guys just see Jaeger going. Jaeger.
It's fine. I'm good.
Barrett, I didn't realize now, and like Sam like flexes their hand. Did we age like multiple months? I felt like wasn't thinking about it because I'm kind of stressed, but it felt gross, like coming out of that thing.
Only questions like that make me feel old. I try not to think about it.
That's fair. Well, I'm glad you're okay, Jaeger. I hope you are too, Trinket.
I'm great.
Yeah, I think we're good. Everything turned out fine on our end. What happened with you guys?
Well, once we stepped through is time dilation. The father and the accompanying ClockTower agent had only been there for a matter of, minutes? They'd only just got to step through and take in their surroundings by the time we got there. So, pretty severe difference. We noticed immediately once we asked them how long they've been here. We did our best to get out as quickly as possible, but the ClockTower agent was a little chatty. He had a lot of baggage.
Aelin was nice, just wanted to make sure we weren't going to murder him, but after that, pretty compliant.
He had a pretty smart plan, actually. He was trying to hide in the time dilation away from the owl's eye.
Worked until then,
which is probably why you noticed the multi-mission once we stepped out.
You're like Jaeger fall behind the hourglass for a second. Gets back up again. Comes back around the corner. Yeah, no, that was weird. There was a moment where our watches just ticked over, and then that's when we decided to just finish off the Hornet because we assumed that you guys were back.
That was a good time. How's the family? How'd they make it?
Oh, they're fine.
Yeah, they're good.
They showed up before you guys were even gone. We were having dinner and then we had to.
It was like the place ruined?
No, it was pretty good.
So
the gate got messed up once.
Wait, the giant murder hornet just sat peacefully in the farm?
It did a little bit of damage, but you guys killed it pretty quickly.
Yes.
Huh.
All right, well, first try, right?
I mean, I feel pretty resolved personally.
Yeah, all right. Well, I'd say it's good time for some downtime. Looks at the books, hopingly.
I mean, I don't mind a little bit. I mean, I don't know. We kind of spent so much time traveling to place, maybe it's nice to get reacquainted.
I guess we should also find a safe place for this eye, right?
Yeah, because the last time it kind of went, or at least tried to go down the hole.
Yeah, stuck in the door for a bit there. It was kind of a...
Wait, is that Dan still there? Sam's gonna like
Yeah,
walk
it's
over to the wardrobe.
You all look over and you see that the wardrobe is just pressed tightly back where Barrett had moved it against the door.
Barrett, can you please, since you're the only one apparently in this whole tower who can move things, move the wardrobe back?
All right, fine.
Barrett goes over and grabs on. Sam, do you help or do you just watch Barrett?
No, I
do
just
it?
watch.
Okay, Barrett, make a strength check.
16.
Yep. Barrett does it again. Barrett moves the wardrobe out of the way, and you guys see the door again that says, "You must never open this door." And sure enough, Sam, as you and Barrett look down, you see that the dent is still there in the floor. You all look over and see the wardrobe still moved away from the wall. The door with its red letters that says, "You must never open this door." And Sam, as you walk over there, you see that the dent is indeed still in the floor.
Huh.
We really should keep this closed, by the way.
I mean, to be fair, I have mentioned, however, multiple times that I do need to go in there. It's kind of a thing.
Yeah, well, if you're not here and the lamp isn't either, it should be closed. Sound fair?
Yeah, you just slowly points toward Trinket like, lamp.
That's right. You and the lamp are here now, so I'm fine with it. But while we're doing missions, how about we keep it closed?
Okay, sure. I don't think it'll do anything, but okay.
Well, I don't know. I don't think...
It'll make me feel better, okay?
Okay, fine. If it will make you feel better, then fine. Okay, good, fine.
Trinket, what are you doing while the three of them are having this conversation? Jaeger's pointing at Lamp.
I'm ping-ponging, looking at them talk to each other, talk to each other, looking at my lamp, looking at them talk to each other, looking at the lamp, you know, like...
You feel the
tracking,
vague...
leading.
You feel the vague connotation from the lamp of what's going on.
Do we want to do that now?
Whole time or tower time?
Well, we can hang out for a little while and then check out the hatch.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's take some time. Take a second to get a breather, and then...
Oh, did you ever finish those comics?
Barrett's
Edgar?
fist unclenches as he looks to the books.
I own like the last 3.
Oh, the comics?
Yes.
So,
You guys hear 3 decisive knocks from the other side of the door.
Wait a second, we're almost done. Anyway. Yes, I have 3 more other comics left to read through, and then I guess I can do that right now. And then we can do the whole tour.
Does the door normally knock back?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay.
well, not unusual enough. It's
Okay.
At this point, it's fine.
I mean, normally it happens when one of us is like left here alone, I think, right? That's what happens with me. It doesn't really knock
I've never
when
been
we're
in
all
the tower
here.
with the door. That happens with the tower here alone?
Yes.
Oh, well.
Barrett, it feels like with the wardrobe pushed away from the door, you just feel like the door's presence is slowly growing bigger and closer to you over your shoulder, just like...
Great, so since we're taking some time...
Barrett just like, with one hand, slides the wardrobe back into place.
Sam shoots a look at Jaeger like, what the fuck?
It's fine. It's a door. We're fine. We're okay. We're fine.
Said the man who broke a fucking tower.
Anyway, I'm gonna go research ancient forbidden magic. Y'all have fun. And Sam's gonna just like skip up to the tower and just kind of like shoot 2 finger guns and then go up the stairs.
You guys just see Sam start going up the library stairs, trying to get to the top level where most of your more recent research on forbidden magics are, including Jasper's research now. which is less forbidden magics and more of a lot of guesswork as to what ClockTower agents are. Although, Sam, are you looking at that research in your current studies at all?
I'd like to pull some of the more theoretical books on like theorizing about time and space and that kind of stuff, but mostly as a reference or like cross-reference for the more forbidden magics.
Okay. Roll investigation check, I guess, for studying.
That's a 16.
Okay. You don't learn a ton as far as like new magics that you didn't understand previously. You don't learn anything else about more forbidden magics or anything to that effect. But as you're going through some of the cross-referencing Jasper's research and things like that, you do note that there's like an old picture of like a shooting star that looks almost blurry, like you can see the shape of a person at the very center of it. And like Jasper had written some note about like falling stars ? And you're just like, What are the three of you doing while Sam is researching?
Jaeger's just gonna head up like 2 levels and then find the rest of the Acid Man books and sit down. You know, all right, Acid Man, let's see how you deal with the Rebel Lord.
As you sit down and start reading more and more of the Acid Man comics, while Sam is researching, you realize that the comics you're reading now aren't the end, just as you stated, aren't the end of the last like arcs that you were reading. It was the beginning of a new arc that apparently whoever was making this comic was like setting it up. You think for like some big crossover of some kind, because the like superhero character who used to be the protagonist that Acid Man was the antagonist to makes a reappearance and teams up with them, and it's this really big setup, and you get to the 3rd book and it leaves off on this like huge cliffhanger where Acid Man gets jettisoned into space out of an airlock and is not sure what he's gonna do to not die, and the like superhero character is in a really bad spot, captured by like an alien force that is like the reason the Robo-Lord was sent here in the first place. And then there's not another book on the shelf.
Not like this. Not like this. No. And Jaeger's going to get up and start searching the stacks and trying to find the next issue.
Trinket, what are you doing while Sam and Jaeger are both going up and reading?
Trinket's gonna take this time to just kind of relax on the couch.
Okay.
Chill out for a minute before inevitably something crazy happens again.
Okay. You're not taking a nap, though.
No. No. No more naps.
Barrett, what are you doing?
I think I'll go check out a section of the library that I have not been in a while, since reorganizing, I guess. I think it was probably the last time I'd be over in any of those sections. But
I think a lot of your books' reorganizations are still hacked up from when this team joined your tower in the first place.
yeah.
Because everything got auto-sorted.
Yeah. I think I'm going to just sort until I find something that lands in my hands that I'd be willing to read again. But in the meantime, I'm just going to be sorting.
So I think, can you give me a roll?
5.
I think like everybody who really enjoys reading books or comic books or engaging in any sort of media, you're organizing your stack and like it takes like all but 5 minutes before you find a book that you're like, oh, I would like to read that again. But you're also like, you haven't really gotten enough organization done yet to like sit down and go read that book. And you'd like to make some more progress. So you set it aside. Like, I'm going to read this book when I'm done organizing. And then, you know, a couple like 5 or 10 more minutes pass. And then you find another book that you pull off the shelf and you're like, oh, fuck. Really wanted to read this one also. And you're like, I'll just make a stack of books I want to go through again. And then Barrett, you're sitting there surrounded by a bunch of different books. Mm-hmm. You've organized so little of the tons and tons of books that you have. You've got like a bunch of little piles that you've like put with the intention that the tower doesn't put back. Like, I'm leaving these here in this stack for a minute. And then you hear above you Jaeger start muttering, no. And then you just hear like books start hitting the floor of the library above you.
As I go, hey, looks down at my books. You need help looking for something, buddy?
I can't find the next issue of Acid Man. It's not here. I've looked for it everywhere. It's not on this section. Is it down there? Do you see it?
I'm gonna pretend to look. No, I don't see it. What do I know of this?
You've been trying to find the next issue of Acid Man for a while, but on the world that you were at, he passed away before he was able to finish the series.
I was thinking that. I was actually honestly thinking that he passed away.
And like there's a small like grin in his infinite optimism was like, I don't know, maybe we'll find a world where Acid Man got to keep going. And you like part of you was always the cynical one of like, no, it's over. This is all we get. Acid Man's like floating through space like we are in a fucking infinite prison. But now the grin's gone, you're kind of like, oh, maybe.
Well, if you can't find it here, you might have better chances out there. How do you think we built this library?
And you hear that small sigh from upstairs. Until finally you hear a small, what sounds like a voice is so sad. So it feels so left behind. You just go, I guess so, but like,
if you're,
fuck man,
if you're impatient enough, you ever heard of a thing called fan fiction?
No.
Well, what do you think would happen to Acid Man floating in space? How would he get himself out of that situation?
Well, honestly, I would assume because he's Acid Man, maybe he learns a new power that lets him turn into acid himself instead of just projecting it, and then that would let him survive in the vacuum that is the void. Then from there, he keeps floating until he finds his way to a planet, somehow survives re-entry, and then that starts a whole new journey for him until he has to find his way home. But
that sounds like a lot of time, and with a lot of time, things change. You never know. Maybe you should write it down.
Maybe.
You learned how to read. Maybe it's time to write. Here, I got some empty books over here. Hold on.
You go to like the shelf that has all of the books that you started just collecting, empty notebooks, so the grin always had a new notebook, and you're like, man, he was terrible about writing small little notes and then putting notebooks back. And they're like, oh, I'll just use this other one. And so you're never sure if the notebooks are completely empty.
Yeah, they always have something started, but then never, there's 90% of the book still unused before he starts a new one. Oh, as I flutter through the first 10 pages of a couple of them. All right, only 2 pages on this one. Here you go. As I toss it up to him.
Jaeger's hand flies over the edge of the balcony, grabs the book out of midair, and pulls it back over the balcony side itself. Flips it open. Why is there a recipe for tomato basil soup in here?
It was a phase.
Oh, okay. Well, either way, yes, I should have to find a pencil. Okay, one sec. And Jaeger's gonna get up and wander off through the stacks to try to find a pencil or a writing implement of some sort.
Jaeger and Barrett sit together with their backs against the bookcase as Jaeger tries his best to write down his ideas in small bullet point format, while Barrett will occasionally point to words of saying something along the lines of, you can copy this word right here because you know what this one means. And has now swapped from just teaching Jaeger how to read, but also how to write down some things as well. And as time passes, Sam, you get further and further through your research, and you don't really learn anything new, but you do understand what you've learned previously a little bit more thoroughly. You know that the light that is in the lantern and the light that Teddy and Mikhail had in that lighthouse are very similar. They might be the same, classification of thing, but they're different enough in how they work and what they produce that they're almost contrary to each other. The light of the lamp, you think with your research, completely negates the effect of that cold blue light. It acts as a buffer to it, a zone of safety for anybody in that light. And Trinket, I think that time probably passes the slowest for you. You've just chilling on the couch, not really doing much of anything else. Do you do anything else while they're all studying, or are you just still hanging out on the couch?
I think I'm just gonna hang out for now.
And I think a fair amount of time passes with all of you hanging out in the tower, researching, learning, Trinket sitting on the couch.
After a while, and Sam kind of realizes that this is about as far as they can go while their brain is still intact. They kind of just set things down where they are, tucks away back into their coat, the notebook they've been jotting things down in, the one that they and Barrett were trying to write things and collaborate on. He's going to make their way down the stairs and just kind of see Trinket trancing out on the couch, walk up behind them. You all right?
I'm good. I'm just, relaxing in the few moments I have to do so.
That's fair. I mean, don't know each other that well, but we're all trauma bonded now, so.
True.
How's the lamp been? Family? People? I'm sorry, I don't know how to talk about this thing at all.
Yeah, it's really confusing because, it's they're not obviously a whole person isn't in this. Well, maybe a whole person's in this.
What?
There's only parts of my friends left in there. Not like them. So even though I can kind of feel their presence, I can't necessarily talk to them, but I do feel when they feel a certain way. But they're fine. There's also probably an actual lady in there, though. The light is not this. It's different. I was having some dreams while you guys were in the portal.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I think I was in the lamp. But, it could have just been a dream, too.
I'm going to address that in a minute. But you said, parts of it? Would it be parts of memories or?
Well, our weapons are part of us.
Oh, so it's more like
It's more like that.
remnants.
I think, yeah.
Jumping back to the person, like a girl, like a person.
Like a girl.
What was their name? Aliyah?
The light in the lantern flares up a little bit when you say that.
Well, everything I've been reading would tell me that's science.
I guess so.
Well, it is your friends. I don't want to do a weird design, an experiment here, but
Sam, you say I don't want to do a weird experiment, and
cringe.
flashes of the lab in the Lost Souls world.
But if it is a lie in the lamp,
yeah, you say that if you're trying to do a science experiment, if it is Aliyah in the lamp, you see it just the flame flickers. It's almost a small little mote of fire. And when you say it, it's and woobles wind blowing through a flame.
then that would be part of Castell's team. It was Castell, Fife, Captain Brian, Duvall, and Aliyah, I think. Oh, and Alex. How can I forget Alex? But I don't really know that much about them. We only really met them on their worst days, so.
Yeah, so that's been weird.
Yeah.
So basically, the inside of the lamp, that's one thing.
Okay.
The outside is my party and also my pocket watch.
Oh.
And I hold out mine to show that it's a different color than my color scheme.
That must feel really weird.
It's really weird.
Yeah, okay.
So now you see why I've been kind of weird about the whole thing.
Well, you've never been
it's
weird, but I can see why you kind of. Sam makes like a TV static motion with their fingers. Okay, yeah, but you feel better now, right?
Yeah, other than the weird dreams and the lamp that talks to me all the time, I'm doing all right.
Well, I don't have a normal to go off of, so as long as you feel comfortable.
I mean, yeah, what is normal, right?
Right. I have my weird notebook things. You have your team with you. That's fine.
You get the feeling from the lantern again, like, what are you talking about? What's going on?
You think you're going to be up to going down to wherever that is?
I mean, I don't know anything about it, so...
I mean, neither do I.
Yeah. I don't see why not. Or we could just do another mission if we want to wait, but I think it sounds like it's something you guys really wanted to do for a while.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, I'd like to go, but this is kind of a Jaeger project. I don't know. I feel like they've been really beating themselves up about this whole Lily thing since it happened. I've forgiven them for it, but I know they kind of haven't yet. So maybe this will give them some resolution at the very least.
And we're definitely bound to learn something.
Hopefully.
About us, maybe? Who knows?
Yeah, I had the weird feeling, some from weird books and stuff and some photos, of how we get to places in the first place. Like, is there signs? Like, are we like a tornado? Can you measure the event before a clock tower person shows up? I don't know. It's just something that I keep seeing references to of like, not like Kropstein or things like that, but more like weird space, stars twinkling, shooting stars, meteor showers.
Right. Like what has to happen in order for us to... What are the requirements for us to be able to go there?
Right. Or are we predictable? Because, not to bring up bad memories, but it kind of seems like we are. I don't know. I'm going to go grab the gas.
All right.
Sounded like tap, 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 tap.
As Sam walks away, Trinket, you're sitting on the couch. You feel the lantern by your side, and you just feel it flare up like, what was that? What are you talking about? As Sam, you go get Barrett and Jaeger, and you see that the scene as I described it earlier, that they're sitting together. Barrett is helping Jaeger just jot some stuff down as you walk up the stairs.
Alien sidekick is an awesome idea.
Oh, and then I'm thinking that we have the alien sidekick start learning how to shoot, like some sort of like laser gun, and that way he can kind of not just be like the regular like sidekick who like just kind of gets like picked off all the time, but he can be like a cool sidekick who like who can like do like trick shots and like
I can see where you're going with this.
Yeah. And
it's a good idea.
Maybe he can I haven't figured out the rest yet, but I'm still working on this now.
If you're looking for inspiration, we can check out a chemistry book. The writer actually used to be a chemistry teacher.
Huh.
Sam knocks on the bookshelves. Jaeger knocks back.
Oi.
I had to interrupt. I mean, but we're just about ready to go. If you want to.
Barrett, do you feel the like dread set in? Wait.
I had a thought.
Yeah, sure, please. Share it.
This is just me realizing that sometimes I jump into things without really checking my corners sometimes. So, maybe we do one more mission and we try to find the owl.
Barrett looks fucking shocked, like,
and
what?
Yeah, and so to ask the question of whether or not Lily is actually through that door, or if there's like a series of things we need to do to get to Lily through the door, or I haven't
you know
really
what?
asked
I
since
hear
then.
you, and I respect that. But I would really like to see what's through the trapdoor.
And it's
You don't have to go far.
That's fine. I support this because now it feels like I didn't just make the decision on my own.
Yeah,
I'll take
wait
that.
a minute. Oh.
Let's go.
Sam like puts his hand like you.
And he gets up and like starts strolling down the stairs.
Shit.
As all of you make your way down to the first floor of the tower, with the hourglass behind you, the wardrobe in front of you, as Barrett is the first one, the only one who can move the wardrobe, goes over, moves it out of the way with the big sliding, scraping sounds of the wardrobe scratching against the wood floor of the clock tower, and behind it you see that door that has the words, "You must never open this door." Hey, it's me, Ellie again. We're back! I got the release date wrong in the last episode, so I guess enjoy this early release. We release on Fridays, past Ellie, just so that you remember next time. And thank you for your patience while we were away. We're already back on track and well underway producing more episodes for Season 2, and we really like how it's going so far. We all had a fantastic time at Wasteland, and thank you to everyone who talked to us about the show. It's those little moments talking to people who really enjoy our art that makes us want to keep doing it. So thanks. That said, on to credits. If you would like to collaborate with us or work with us in any way, contact us through our website, ClockTowerAgent.com. Barrett was played by Bink. Sam was played by Cal. Trinket was played by Kball. Jaeger was played by Trent. And I, Ellinthris, was your DM. The voice of our disclaimer is Valak Donahue. You can check out all of his work at patreon.com/themadlanddreamer. All music from Season 1 of Clock Tower made by Who's Music. If you would like your own D&D music commissioned, you can contact them and find all of their work through their website, whosisthis.com, or find it in the description below. Thanks, Who's. Additional music and effects provided by Andrew Smith and Cal. Thank you to our editing team and Cal for making the episodes what they are. Thank you to our sponsor, Alpha Lupine Images, for donating the equipment to help us make more content with better quality. The Clock Tower test on our website was programmed by LeMay. You can take that and find out what kind of Clock Tower agent you are right now. And thank you to everyone who supports us on Patreon. Your support goes a long way to making sure the show keeps going. So, thanks. And thank you again for listening. Clock Tower Season 2, Episode 41, will be out for all of our early episode patrons on October 25th, and will release publicly on November 1st. Till then, time's ticking. See you in the Clock Tower.